Let's change the layout. Let's move over the cat cam. Let's do it. Let's do it all professional-like. Even though, like I said, I've already kind of gone over the basic deck tech. But there are some little ins and outs to the deck that I want to discuss. At first, I was just playing 2 Ugin the Spirit Dragon. But it turns out that turn 5 Ugin is just like the best thing the deck does. So I ended up with 3 Ugins, and I might even play 4 eventually. I think we could probably come down on a Drakuseth, but that's the other best thing the deck does, is turn 4 Drakuseth. As far as the lands go, interesting things here, because these are not the lands I was originally playing and not the lands I posted to Twitter either. Originally, the deck had 4 full copies of Dwarven Mine in it, the thing that if you already have 3 untapped mountains, it makes a 1/1 guy for you. I did not play that in the long run. I had tried 2 copies of Ketria Triome in place of the Dwarven Mine, but I really don't like lands that come into play tapped. I really, God, I don't. Like when you're looking to draw that 4th land for an Irencrag feat on turn 4, you draw Ketria Triome, feels really terrible. So in the end, I just went with 23 mountains, 2 Castle Embers, and 1 Blast Zone. Why not 2 Blast Zones? Well, because we're playing Irencrag feat. And another thing that would feel really bad is, we're already trying to make sure we get to 4 lands on turn 4 to cast Irencrag feat. It would be terrible to draw that 4th land, and it's the 2nd copy of Blast Zone in our deck. That would feel awful. So I'm only playing the 1 colorless land in the deck, but this has already taken out a few mono-red creatures on multiple occasions, just a couple of different occasions. Castle Emberth, I have never once activated while playing this deck. Never, in like 20 games, I've never activated this card, but you might as well have it. No reason not to have it. Just play the card. Aside from that, there's Chandra. Didn't really talk about the 2 of Chandra. You can Irencrag feat into Chandra. It's not always the best thing in the world, but if you have nothing else to feat into, it's a good way to spend that mana on turn 4. Because the turn 4 Chandra is actually really good. He sweeps the board, usually picks up everything on the table at that point. You can start plussing it. If they don't have a real answer to it, Chandra can get out of hand, and I really like it against all the decks that play counterspells, because we are very bad against counterspells. So it's nice to have something uncounterable in our deck to kind of play against them. But aside from that, removal. That's it. Storm's Wrath, Bone Crusher Giant, one of the better cards in the deck. Scorching Dragonfire and Shock, that's it. The deck might be able to play 1 more land, but I really hate bricking. This is a deck that doesn't have much card draw outside of the light up the stage and the Yidaros. So by the time you get to like turn 7, turn 8, turn 9, later on into the game, you really don't want to draw a dead card. And a mountain is almost always a dead card at that point in the game. But that is another reason I took out Ketria Triome, honestly, is because you want 8 lands in this deck to just hard cast a Ugin or hard cast a Drakuseth. You need 7 lands, and you want that, right? So that was another reason I didn't really like Ketria Triome, is because I wasn't cycling it like ever. We needed the land. So maybe 27 would be right for this deck, but I hate bricking so much in the late game, so I'm only on 26 right now. So far, with Light Up the Stage and Yidaro in the deck, it's been easy to draw into the lands that we need. So it's been really solid. This deck has been very solid so far, but you know how things go. I'm impressed by a deck, and then I bring it on stream, and it just like craps all over the bedcloth. The majority of my testing has been in unranked, but I have played maybe 8 games in ranked of those 20, and I've won about half those games from what I can remember, but if it didn't happen 5 minutes ago, I have trouble remembering it. I have tried the deck in ranked, and I have some confidence, but just kind of want to ease my foot in today with a little bit of unranked for just a second. I'm about to move the cat cam. Don't worry, everybody. Let me just say next. I'm going to shock the snipe, but not before I move the cat cam. I will put nothing on the stack before I move the cat cam. All right, we shot the Knight. It's Mardu Knights, ladies and gentlemen. A deck that I really like. Ashwing 85. Good taste in decks, my friend. I have a Mardu Knights deck that I want to try on stream. I just haven't done it yet. Into Fervent Champion. Nice little opener here. Got a Scorching Dragonfire. That's pretty decent. I guess I'll do this before they untap. Play a land. Dragonfire the Kel Mitchell. Go ahead, dude. Hopefully we draw a Storm's Wrath. We're probably going to need it in this game, especially if they get Inspiring Veteran. Into another Knight. Wow, what a hand. What an opener. We did get the Storm's Wrath, so I think we're doing okay right now. We are going to take some damage face this turn, but whatever. We could take as much as 9 if they decide to pump the Knight. But that's still, like, not that much, really, when you think about it. We get to Yidaro here. We're going to clear the board, and they're only going to have, like, 1 card left. You can do it? You can do it? Yeah, they pump Knight. I wonder if they play this other card in their hand, if it's a 1-drop, because they seem to have some 1-drops. They don't play it. I wonder if it's a land. We draw Flame Sweep, which is kind of dope, but not exactly what we need right now. But it is nice to have another sweeper lined up just in case we need it. Get my headphones on correctly. There, it's a little better. In response, move the cat cam. Yeah. Magic is easy. You just have to draw what you need. Yeah, I think that's Merchant's philosophy. Like, magic's easy, just draw good cards. He's right. 100% correct. Ooh, double Fervent Champion is sexy. We get to Flame Sweep that, but it still hurts. So far, this deck has been very good against Mono Red. But they had Mardu Knights had a ridiculous hand this game. Just regurgitated the whole thing onto the battlefield. Here's Order of Midnight and nothing else. Okay. I'm gonna Dragonfire that on my turn. Sega. What you got, Ashwing? Okay, no attack step this turn. That's probably good. Nothing! Alright, let's start spinning up Yidaros. Start spinning up Yidaros, boy. Get your big turtle butt back in my deck. Alright, Scorching Dragonfire up to deal with whatever. So that's good news. I'm looking for maybe a Black Lance Paragon EOT here or something. There it is! How did we know? Go ahead and Dragonfire that. Appreciate the follow, K Hayes 888. What you got, opponent? You got to run out of gas here soon. They do. We keep drawing Ugins, which is terrible. Eventually, I'm going to be happy casting one, but much rather. Actually, we need lands. Like, this is one of those times where I wouldn't mind drawing a land or two. There's one. Okay, cool. We need at least one more, because I'm not sure this deck carries anything besides maybe Murderous Rider that can do much about a Drakuseth. Irencrag feet. Let's go. Let's do the thing the deck does. Pop! Get that out of here. Yeah, scoop to Ugin. That's what decks do. See? Works. It worked. What did I have today? I've already forgotten. Oh, I had McDonald's for the first time in like not 2 months. First time in like a month I had McDonald's. Because I'm sorry, guys. Hot take here. Big, sweet, sexy, beautiful, boiling take. I like them nuggies. I like them nugs. Like, so much. I think McDonald's has the best chicken nuggets. And I know that most people are repulsed by McDonald's chicken nuggets. But, it's delicious. Delicious nugs, y'all. I am just all about some chicken nugs. But, what do we have? What's in this hand? It's actually looking pretty good to me. Yeah, that McChicken slaps. Yeah, man, a buck for a McChicken. What's my favorite sauce? Sweet and sour. There is no other sauce. Let's go ahead and play this mountain to start the game. And let's play another mountain. That's what this deck does. It's mostly it just plays mountains. Kite Sail. That's interesting. Well, I guess we can just Bone Crusher the Kite Sail. None of this matters. None of this matters. Should have went ahead and Bone Crusher, but whatever. We'll get it back no matter what. They can't take the Bone Crusher. That's the beauty of Bone Crusher Giant. Have one of these. Have it. Hey, that's the 4th mana we needed for Irencrag feat. That's pretty cool. I'm going to light up the stage here, even though I've already got something to feed into. See if we get something better to feed into. Get a Drakuseth. That's a little better. It's a little bit better. I think Drakuseth's better than Yidaro in most cases. If we draw into one anyway, so who cares? It's feet. Seth. Better known as Saffron Olive. Draku Saffron Olive. You got a Murderous Rider? That's cool. I got another Irencrag feat. I can keep doing things. I don't care. I don't care about anything you got. Ooh, a rankle. Ooh, a rankle. What you got? What you got, hot stuff? I will discard a card. Bye, Yidaro. Sorry, Yidaro. You know I love you. And always will. Would have liked to have been able to play Ugin this turn, but Drakuseth. If they have another Murderous Rider, that's going to suck. But let's just hope they don't. Or Heartless Act. Heartless Act would be great. Here comes Nightmare Shepherd. Neat. Interesting. Uh-oh. Ugin the Spirit Wagon. Let's get in. Let's 4 to the Shepherd, 3 to the Rankle, 3 to your dumb face. I'm sure they have a perfectly intelligent face. And smack them. Here comes the boy. All right. So I assume that they get in this turn and have us discard a card, but Play the Murderous Rider. Play Kite Sail. That's a good Kite Sail right there. That's when you want to do it. But hopefully we can take out the Kite Sail eventually. Get in with the Rankle. What you gonna do? What you gonna do, my guy? On KZS. Oh, we're gonna draw cards? I drew another Ugin. That's funny. That's very funny. Sacrifice the Bone Crusher. Yep. They sack Murderous Rider for it to go back in their library. There's a land. I guess that's okay. But you have to scoop to Drake. Because what are you going to do about Drake or Josh? Right. Do I know Crystal, Dev? Like the little hamburgers? It's like White Castle, but in the South. And they have like the best chili cheese fries ever. Yes, I love Crystal. I love Crystal way too much. Yeah, we do Crystal and we regret it, my wife says. Yes, absolutely. They used to, back in the very long ago here in the South, they used to call Crystal sandwiches gut busters. And there's a reason for that. You will not feel right after eating Crystals. God, are they delicious. They're so good. I might eat some Crystals tonight, son. I shouldn't have fast food twice in the same day. It's a terrible idea. Coming in with 10th Street. What you got? Runaway? Lighten it up. Okay, that makes sense. You gonna light it up again? You can. You gonna roll that dice, amigo? Yeah, you're gonna do it. Okay, Torbrand out of the deal that you can't cast, sucker. All right, let's play a mountain. Yeah, I'd say go. I like doing that. Try to see if they commit a mana to 10th Street. Just so. Just because. Spitting Scorches. Nothing else. If they had a Runaway, they either would have played it last turn or they would have played it before playing Scorch Spitter this turn. So I think it's probably... Well, do I want to do that? I'll just Scorching Dragonfire the Scorch Spitter. A little taste of its own medicine there, I guess. You're going to infuriate? You really going to do that? Okay, cool. Cool. Hey, it's a good play. It's a good play. Apparently it's not, right? Yeah, they have oopsed here. Do you have another one? Well, that was something. All right. We still have to win this game, and that's going to be tough when all of our cards cost 40 mana. So let's try to get a shock here or something. Why not? Get a Storm's Wrath. That's a good card. It's a good card to have against Mono Red. See if they slam Torbrand this turn. The one that was already in their hand the whole time. Oh, see, they are going to pay the mana this turn. Interesting. Is that all you got? It's just going to do that? That's all they did. Huh. That's all they did. We're at 13. I wonder if they're going to try to ride this 10th Street to victory, son. I'm just going to say go. I mean, we have the Storm's Wrath, but I want a 2-for-1 them or something. I don't want to pay 4 mana to take out a 1 mana thing. There's an Annex. Now they're going to get creatures when we Storm's Wrath. It's terrible. That's terrible. We'll go down to 10 after we take the 2 from the creature's Annex leaves behind, but like, could be worse. Is there filth going on in chat right now? Is there filth right now? All the McGangbang mentions. I was never really sure what it was. It's like a quarter pounder between two McChickens or something like that. I always forget what it is. You're going to Infuriate. Man, you got 3 copies of Infuriate. And an Ember. Pretty gross. Pretty sick, guy. We're at 1, so if the card in their hand's a shock. Well, actually, we're dead regardless. Well, no, we're not. We're not quite dead yet. I'm not dead yet! I'm not dead yet! But, you know, they get a haster, we're done for. So, they got the shock. We knew it was going to happen. Had to lose a game eventually. But, boy, we almost got there. Opponent goes first. I'll keep the 2-lander here. Guess who's back? What's up, Rad Guy? Good to see you, my dude. Playing against a lot of mountains today. An Unchained Berserker. That is something that you don't see very often, or at all. That's just in the turn. Chandra. Stomp that Berserker. I was actually thinking about stomping the Chandra and then Scorching Dragonfire. But I'll take some damage till we can get to Storm's Wrath, because they'll probably just be zeroing the Chandra. I will go ahead and play this Crusher, though. I usually don't mind if a Crusher has to die to a Storm's Wrath, but I mean, from this position, we're not forced to play Storm's Wrath, honestly. Got both Chandras in the deck, and we've got multiples of different cards, which is always hilarious. Opponent is playing Lava Coil. Something else you don't see much. I wonder if this is mono red Chandras. But what was that first creature? An Unchained Berserker? I wonder if it's actually some kind of Cavalcade deck or something. Well, we didn't get the land, which is painful, but let's try to get the land. So we can still have Scorching Dragonfire. We got it. That's good. So there you go. Another idea would be to cycle the Yidaro to try and draw into an Irencrag feat or something. Very strange that we haven't seen one in the last, 30 cards in these last couple of games. Here comes Bones. Probably just planning on Storm's Wrath next turn, so I can just Yidaro here. Go down to 12. I'm not too worried about that life total. And then let's Yidaro. What you got for me, deck? Give it up. Bone Crusher. I'll take it. Get our 5th land. On our way to these Chandras. Storm's Wrath. Opponent down to 2 cards. We got 5, so I'm feeling pretty good about things right now. Torbrand. All right. Gonna end up 2 for wanting myself here, but I'd rather keep the Storm's Wrath in my back pocket just in case things get crazy. King Mardu Knights with the follow. I appreciate you, my friend. Follows mean a lot to me. Lighten up the stage, a little desperate here. Comes an Unchained Berserker though. Pops it down. We didn't get the land, so I'll just Bone Crusher. Sago. Lamigan Chandra, another Lamigan Drakuseth. So, every draw on the deck is live aside from Yidaro and Ugin right now. Another Lava Coil. Okay. And Rimrock to the Unchained Berserker. Take some damage this turn. I know that much. Play the other Rimrock. 7. I was thinking about going ahead and Storm's Wrathing and holding the Chandra up, but let's just use Chandra as the sweep. Try to keep her in play. Annex. All right. Well, I can -3 and exile the Annex and still have a super fresh Chandra, and I like that idea. Appreciate the follow, by the way, John X. I hope I got your name right. Well, let's just Drake. Boom. Let's go. Basically, I'm saying, either way, we about to slide. Yep. Scoop it up, bud. Scoop it up, Climinator. I had some faith in you there for a second. So I'm telling you, like, against some mono red aggro decks, this can be a fantastic deck if you get the right cards. We just got all the removal. That's all you have to do is draw the removal, and there's a ton of it in this deck. Glad you can catch some games on your break. Me too, Officer Blunt. Glad you're here. Always good to see you, my friend. Major Yorion Terror deck. Changed it a little. Love it so much. That's a great deck. That is a great deck. Oh, another Jamaican fan, John X. Good to have you too. Wow. Lots of folks from Jamaica in here. That's pretty awesome. What do we got? What are we doing here? I don't love this, but I'll keep it. I'm hoping we can lups into a Irencrag feat. Especially considering it's kind of been a minute since we've seen one, right? It's Mountain, say go. A lot of mono red today. Lone Wolf of North decided mono red was the deck to play. Glad they didn't have double fervent. They didn't have anything on turn 2, in fact. Which is small wonder, I guess. I'm going to Dragonfire this, even though I don't know if it's the right time to do it or anything. It's just very interesting they didn't have a thing on turn 2 there. Or if you annex and prove that I made the wrong play. No, they'll just pay all the mana for light up the stage. And get 2 lands. Ouch, dude. Ouch. Feels really bad. Let's Lups ourselves. We get an Irencrag feat. Dope. All right, well, let's rob this bank. I think we got it, everybody. Boop. Irencrag feat. And what does mono red do about a Drakuseth? Started from the bottom. And now they scoop. Let's go, everyone. This deck, y'all. Irencrag feat. A couple of Irencrag feats, but nothing to cast with them. But that's why we have light up the stage. The problem is that our opponent went first. He took a mulligan, so maybe that'll help. Let's hope. Because honestly, I don't have a whole lot of faith in this hand. Oh, it's the deck that I really didn't want to play against. But we got a 2-drop, so cool. Take out Innkeeper. How are you? Are they screwed on lands? Is that a thing? Are you? That would be terrible. Didn't want to take more than one mulligan. No, they play the island. Okay. Still worried about Brazen Borrower. Like, so much. Fae of Wishes just comes down. They want to draw the card. Okay. Maybe they are low on lands here. Get rid of the Innkeeper. Say go. We do have all 4 mana for Irencrag, and we drew a Drakuseth, so things are looking good, but again, Brazen Borrower. Brazen Borrower just completely breaks our head open. I don't like the idea of it. Here comes Lucky Clover. I'll still Lups. Get him for 1. You going to do anything else here? No. Not at all. Alright, so let's do it. Let's Irencrag Drakuseth. If they bounce it, we can just play it again. I thought they're going to make the mistake of countering the Irencrag. Just pro tip, don't counter the Irencrag. Counter the thing they try to cast with the mana from Irencrag feat. That way you will have 2 for 1 them. You got it? You got a Borrower? You got it? Come on. You got it. You got it. No, they bring Fae of Wishes back to there and they're going to grant it. Oh, they had it. They had it. Of course, they had it. That's fine. They had it. But little do they know we got another feat, so that's cool, I guess. They may just spend their turn on granted here. But of course, if they do, then they probably will get something to control the Drakuseth with. This is exactly the line I was worried about with Adventures. This Fae of Wishes is going to be really strong against us. Yeah. It's okay without a Clover. Never mind. Yep. Well, they got the Disdainful Stroke, so I guess I'll just go ahead and Drakuseth this turn. While they're tapped out. And hopefully they don't have another Borrower. Borrower would be terrible. But hey, I guess, you know, we've only got the one permanent, so if they do Borrower, at least they won't get to play the Borrower eventually. Lucky Clover screws them out of being able to do that, so... Silver linings, you know. Are you salting? Are you salting right now? They still have a chance to win. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. It's like the old adage, don't counter the tutor, counter what they went and got. Exactly. Exactly the same idea. Oh, opponent, it feels so bad. Zillin's Anger, you can do it. Yeah, Edge Roll Innkeeper, come on, you got it. You got it, buddy. Fae of Wishes. Draw the card. You just want to draw a card. I'm with you. They must have drawn that forest, or else I imagine they would have escaped to the wilds this turn. Ask Gel with the follow. I appreciate that, my friend. Hey, we got an Ugin. Come on, Drac Daddy. Let's go. Don't get Borrowered. If they randomly have Borrower, it's gonna tilt me. Let's kill all their stuff. And that kind of, regardless of what happens, we get that trigger, so that's good. Gonna return the Fae? Return Tina Fey to your hand? Yeah. Gonna drop off the... They almost dropped off both things they wished for the first time, which was kind of hilarious. They keep the Escape in their hand. Pop them. They're at 10. I guess we'll light up the stage here. We can Yidaro next turn and swing with it. So that seems pretty good if they can't do anything about what we're doing right now. I think we may beat Teamer Adventures. We might beat Teamer Adventures. It really depends on what this one card we don't know what it is in their hand is. But they're trying to figure out a way around it right now, I think, which gives me hope. I think we got it, y'all. I think we got it. Escape. Yeah, they do. They cast Escape. Sweet. Sweet. We did it, y'all. I think we did it. Yep, scoop it up. Teamer Adventures! We crushed Teamer... Not really crushed, but we beat Teamer Adventures. That's something that I did not think would happen so easily. Doing it. Whew. Opponent goes first. Could have guessed. Tiny Blue Dot with the follow. Appreciate you, my friend. Opponent on Plains turn 1, but no Flourishing Fox, but I bet that's what this is. If I had to guess. Still nothing? Oh. No, 26 lands is the absolute minimum I would play in this deck. Absolute minimum. Put the Lurrus in their hand. Cool. If they play the Lurrus, I guess we just shock it. Really, I'll just Dragonfire it. That would be the thing to do. What if they have some sort of protection spell? If they do, that's fine. We'll just shock it next turn. They do have a protection spell. So it's that kind of deck. Okay. We draw another Irencrag Feat before we draw something to cast with it. But I'll go ahead and use this one to Chandra this turn. And then let's -2, kill this Lurrus, exile it, and this position isn't terrible. Maybe they have, well, no, they don't. I was going to say maybe they have, you know, Elspeth Conquers Death, but they played Lurrus as their companion, so literally everything costs 2 in their deck. I'll go ahead and shock this bringer. You got something else? Flame Sweep? Yeah. Yeah, well, we're not leaving that Hushbringer around. All right, let's go. Beat a Chandra. You can do it. I know you can. Writing's on the wall, Mono White. Yeah, I hope. I hope. You get an All Seed. All right. Nothing else? All right. We get a Drakuseth. Wonder if this is just like the mono white enchantment stack. Very likely is. And we know they can't play Banishing Light against this because, again, Lurrus was their companion. So it's going to be really tough for them to play around this Drakuseth. Sentinel's Mark. Okay. We can always just sack this Blast Zone if need be to get rid of this All Seed. I think we won a game. I think we did it. I think we maybe did this. Clearing Aegis. Oh, they're going to tap down the Drake. Okay. Okay. Get it on us or the Chandra? What you going to do? Sentinel's Eyes going to play all the cards in their hand. They really are going to play all the cards in their hand. I wasn't lying. All that just for a 5/9. Take the Chandra down to 3. Which is fine. Say go, bud. Yep. Cool. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why you play Blast Zone. Yep. As soon as we activate it. Nice. We picked one up. We done did it. We've won 2 in ranked with this deck. I think we've lost 4 in ranked with this deck, but I'm going to keep playing it. The deck is just so addictive. Like, the deck is so fun. I hope your daily quest was to play 300 lands. Yeah, me too. Yeah, I think I already did my daily quest. It was play like 25 red or black spells, and I played with this deck all day before I got on stream already, so I've definitely already did that one. Hand looks okay. Another mono red game. Which are the games we normally like. What you gonna do? Yeah, come on in. I'll let you have your damage. I'll let you have your 2. That's fine. Just want to see if you play anything else. You can do it? Yep, run away. Cool. Let's Seth Rollins, that runaway Steamkin. Get another. I like it. Let's say go, though. Next turn we can Irencrag Chandra. It's not bad. Not really sure how mono red beats that. Runaway. Run away. Scorch Spitter, another one. Cute. Stomp the Steamkinner. Sucks these are elementals. Chandra can't just sweep them off. Well, Flame Sweep can, so I think that's what we do this turn, and we just like wait to draw. Like if we don't draw a 7-drop or something next turn for Irencrag feat, we'll just maybe play Chandra. Crag 979 with the follow. Appreciate you, my friend. Good dude. Scorch Spitter. Is that all of your Scorch Spitters? Wow, 2 runaways and 3 Scorch Spitters. It's crazy. You know, honestly, this turn, I seriously think I might just Bone Crusher. I might actually do that. I'll go ahead and get in position. Well, no. No, don't do it. Let's Bone Crusher. I like that. And we still have mana open for Scorching Dragonfire. I think this is like the safest play line. Because honestly, we draw a land next turn, we can just Chandra. If we draw like anything else, we can Irencrag feed into it. It's okay. But if we do draw, like, I would have felt bad if we'd Irencrag feed for the Chandra this turn, right? And then next turn we draw like Drakuseth. That would be terrible. You're getting in. What if they have Shock or something? I'm still going to block. I don't care. Don't care either way. Rimrock. Okay. Apparently Mono Red's starting to play more Rimrock Knights. You used to not see them very often. Here comes the rim rocker. Charles Barkley. Rockin' rims. Clyde the Glide Drexler. Alright. Our turn. We got to land, so let's just Chandra. That's the best thing to do. What you gonna do, bud? See, I was telling you earlier, the mono red matchup can be really, really good for us. Most times I play against mono red, we end up winning. Last time they had... It's not that they had perfect cards. I think we were mana screwed last time we played against them. We just couldn't find the Storm's Wrath or the Irencrag feat. That's the thing, is there's so many good cards against mono red in this deck. Bone Crusher Giant, Scorching Dragonfire, Flame Sweep, Storm's Wrath, Chandra. Like, all these cards are amazing against mono red. You gotta draw them. And we might be getting salted here. It appears as though there is some salt. All right, so they shock the Chandra with the Bone Crusher. We get a Scorching Dragonfire. So I'm just going to Dragonfire that and then play Bone Crusher. Mostly to block their Bone Crusher. I think we're going to end up winning this game off of Chandra damage. Basically. Bam, bam, what you got, bud? They still have time to catch back up. Chandra takes a second to close the game. Crusher. And neither of us are players. We just crush a lot. I guess the best thing to do just be to blow up Bone Crusher here. Sting him in the face with a Bone Crusher. Attack with a Bone Crusher. And then play Bone Crusher. Like I said, not a player. Just Bone Crush a lot. 9 they're at. So all we have to do is get through with Bone Crushers and deal Chandra damage. We got it. We got it, y'all. We're going to win it. Glad I'm not the only one who thought about basketball Rimrock Knight jokes. Yeah, I got a million of them. Another Bone Crusher. They're just everywhere. Jeez. Well, let's Irencrag and then Drakuseth just to say we did it. We're still a mana off of actually being able to do that. Then I'll -3 Chandra again. Then we'll get in and see how it's just an embarrassing loss for mono red in most games. It's kind of crazy how that works out. Yeah, mono red is easily our best matchup. All on me. What's up, Dev? Early stream? Yeah, Level Prime. We've been on for like 2 hours already, too. It's a super early stream by my standards, at least. All right, we got the feet, we got the Ugin, and we got a Yidaro. It's going to be okay this game. It's going to be okay. All seeds. So we're seeing a lot of all seeds today already. Yeah, I just did that. I'll go ahead and Dragonfire that. Plains. So it's mono white. Here comes Selfless Savior. And Speaker. It's the mono white aggro life gain deck that plays a bunch of 1-drops. I'm usually not too worried about this deck. So go. Don't love Selfless Savior being around, but it's not too big of a deal. At least I hope it's not. Famous last words. Get in. I'm going to Yidaro here and see if we draw a shock. It's not likely, but it could happen. So Yidaro. Guess I can't be too mad at that. Speaker. Ugh. Double Speaker. Healer's Hawk. Yeah, I just play all the 1-drops. It's like, what would be actually super dope right here is a Blast Zone. I would really like that. 3 cards left. Do I take the chance on Drakuseth, or do I wait for the Ugin? Because, like, spells are going to resolve. No matter what, spells are going to resolve. So, let's just play the Ugin next turn. I'm going to go ahead and Yidaro here, try to find, like, a removal spell for 2 mana. Hey, we did it. Nice. So let's Dragonfire. Let's target the Speaker. Make them sack the Selfless Savior, because that's what's going to happen. But, hey, they didn't do it again. Again, opponent assumes. assumes wrongly that they can't sack Savior to save a speaker in that situation. But you absolutely can. Here's Johnny's Pride Mate. So I think we got this one. I think we might have it here. But, again, famous last words. I just think we're positioned very well here. So let's go. Irencrag feet. Irencrag feet. Let's Ugin. And just -2 the Ugin. Good to go. Do some. You know, it could work as a board card in here. Tybalt. Yeah, Tybalt might actually be pretty good. Just, generate blockers, keep them from, gaining life. Could work. I could see a 2 of Tybalt in the board. At least a 2 of. Yeah, that's one thing. Is one of the reasons I was playing so much of this deck in Best of 1 was to try to figure out what a good sideboard plan for it would be, but still not, entirely sure. I'm just going to bolt. I was thinking about -3, but I'll minus next turn if we absolutely have to. We can also Drakuseth next turn. Luminous Broodma. I like it. I like it. So I can finally demonstrate that the deck has the ability to do this, right? I don't have to play Drakuseth yet. I could just go ahead and minus Ugin, but I like the ability to have a 7-drop on the board and, go all the way to, -4 with Ugin and we don't lose our 7-drop. That feels, insanely powerful to me. That play. Look at this board state. All Seed comes down. And the scoop. Okay. So, all right, we're rehabilitating our standard rank a little bit. I do still have so much faith in this deck. I really like this deck, y'all. If you couldn't tell by just playing today, I just have so much fun with it. And I think it's a really cool concept. I like making Irencrag feet work, and I love, too, that this deck is by and large rotation-proof. We lose Chandra, we lose Drakuseth, which is one of the better plays. But you'll still be able to Irencrag feed into Ugin. You'll still be able to do that. And there's other, 7-mana red stuff you could play if you wanted to play Irencrag feet. Terror of Mount Velis is a good example. And you'll still have Stormwrath. You'll still have Bone Crusher post-rotation. You'll still have Dragonfire. You'll still have Shock. So, well, yeah, you'll still have Shock. It's in 21. So it's just, I really do like this deck a whole lot. I think there's a lot to it. Again, I think it's really cool that if you have a Drakuseth or Yidaro out, you can -5 or 6 the Euro or the Ugin and still keep your huge guys out. And that's just an insanely powerful position that we were able to engineer twice in these games. And it's just really difficult for opponents to get out from under that.